guys, so this is part 2 on our new ambassador training. Sorry I kind of ended so abruptly on part 1. So again, make sure you have your new member binder pulled up and ready to go for this, which is going to be found at files.drinkitpink.com/new ambassador. So make sure you have that before we continue on. We are on the preferred customers can be key to your Plexus business section. So we're just picking up where we left off before. So this is so important. Don't underestimate the power of a preferred customer because they can be really key to your business. So in the beginning, you're going to wonder which is better, customers or ambassadors. And they are both very, very, very beneficial. So the thing with customers, though, is they have the 60-day guarantee, and ambassadors only have a 5-day guarantee. So if you have somebody new who isn't sure if they want to work the business and isn't sure if they'll like the products, really encourage them to be a preferred customer. Retail customers, they don't do us a whole lot of good. So it's really beneficial to really encourage everyone to be a preferred customer. It's beneficial to them because the products are cheaper, and it's beneficial to us because we make more. They also won't forget the products. They won't get behind. But then if they don't like it, then they're not stuck in a contract either. They don't have to order it for 3 months before they cancel. So advantages to being a preferred customer. The advantages they get is they get to buy it at a discount price from retail. They get the products every single month to their door, and they don't have to worry. And after 3 months, a lot of people don't realize this, but after 3 months of being a preferred customer, you get an additional 10% discount, which pretty much puts the products almost at our ambassador cost. There's no monthly qualification, and they can cancel it at any time. So be sure and you tell people these advantages when they're asking what is a preferred customer. Make sure you cover all of these advantages so that they know why it's beneficial to be preferred over retail. I have very few retail customers. Usually my ones that are retail, I didn't even get a chance to talk to them before they ordered. They're just ones that went to my site and ordered before discussing it with me. Almost everyone I talk to that is a customer that talks to me first, they do go the route of preferred. So really encourage that. The benefits to you as an ambassador is it's going to help qualify you each month. So if one preferred customer orders the triplex, you're already qualified for the month. You don't have to worry about your auto call going through because you have that. If you have 3 preferred customers, you'll never have to worry about paying for your order. 3 preferred customers buying Slim will generate you enough in volume for you to pay for your own product. Benefit 2, receive cash bonuses each month. So this is going to give you, like, if they just order Slim, they're going to get a $15 bonus. If you have 3 preferred customers, it's $45 a month right there. It's a very easy way to start getting your income increasing right from the beginning. And it's the way a lot of ambassadors make decent money with Plexus right from the get-go. Here's a list of the bonuses right here so you can see what your bonuses are for each product. Earn retail sales commission. Preferred customers can help you earn retail sales commission by adding to your personal volume. So they're going to help you get that volume up higher so that if once you hit over the 500 PV, you're going to get 25%. From 101 to 499, you're going to get 15%. So preferred customers are going to help you get that volume up higher so that you're going to get that extra commissions on top of those bonuses. Benefit number 4, it's going to provide stability to your organization and to your income. The more preferred customers you have, the more stable your business. And those preferred customers, they're going to end up turning into ambassadors because they're the ones that fall in love with their products because they were consistent with their products and taking them, and they'll eventually become ambassadors for your organization. And then if you help your ambassadors acquire at least 3 preferred customers from the beginning, they'll follow in your footsteps and they'll start to grow their team also. And they deliver growth in 2 ways. Like I was saying, they turn into ambassadors. And you know, once you start taking a product and you feel better and you lose weight it's impossible not to talk about it. And I'll have a lot of my preferred customers sometimes start to refer other customers to me, and that's a sign that it's time for them to be an ambassador if they're already having other customers in mind for themselves. So preferred customers are great to have. So this email right here, so you got a new Plexus ambassador, yay! Now what do I do? I mean, this happens a lot, once we get started, and we're really not sure, especially if you're new to the products too. You're not really sure the directions to give your customers. Right here, this is an email. You can copy and paste this directly and send this to your customers. You might want to read over it and edit it to change it to your words, but this is going to give you the directions on all the products. Some of these directions might be a little different than the packaging. Like with the Slim, I say to start it with breakfast. And the reason that this is recommended here is because it does say on the pack 30 minutes before, because that will help with fullness. But I'll tell you right from the beginning, some people are, anything new that they start are going to be a little bit sensitive to. Some people are way more sensitive than others. So if you start it with food on your stomach the first day, usually they may have less of a little detox reaction type thing to it. So it's just like taking vitamins sometimes on empty stomachs is hard for people. So that's why just the first day I kind of suggest at least taking it with food. I don't think it's that necessary, but it is a great thing to start with. Once they get accustomed, I said they can take it anytime during the day. A lot of times I'll drink mine before bed to help me not, snack or candy before bed. So that's great. The accelerator boost, I talk about starting it slowly. It's very important to not start with 2 from the beginning, and it's very important to take it with food. So I discuss that. I go over the ProBio. I recommend taking it before bed. And I talk about the importance of starting slow on this, because candida detox is a very real thing and can be very severe for some. So we want to make sure our customers do not get a detox reaction, or at least not a severe one. And I talk about how BioCleanse can help with that. I talk about block. Again, most of everything I keep enforcing taking things slow. So just, anything that they do, take it slow. Making sure you're having regular bowel movements every day. Making sure you're drinking your water. This is something you really, really, really want to encourage with your customers. Make sure they're drinking at least half their body weight in ounces of water. This confuses some people, I've found. So I like to use the analogy, if you weigh 100 pounds, you're going to drink 50 ounces of water. If you weigh 200 pounds, aim for 100 ounces of water. And this is not, cut and dry. If you don't do exactly, it's okay, but that's just kind of a rule of thumb. I probably drink twice as much of what's recommended for my weight, but I've always been a high water consumer. So don't limit your water, always aim for more. And encourage people to take measurements and weight in photos, not just weight. So measurements, a lot of people will lose inches before pounds. In photos, a lot of people will see the bigger difference in the photos. They'll start to see their skin getting smoother, and they don't have the little roll or something like that. And that's very, very encouraging, where if they're only looking at the scale, they might get discouraged. So it's more encouraging if they can see the whole picture. And then just a few additional tips here. Drink your water. Again, I like to say that more than once. Don't sabotage yourself. This is very important to remind people, because people eat out of habit. So they may no longer be craving sugar, but they may continue to eat the sugar out of habit. So listen to your cravings and do not sabotage yourself. If you feel full, stop eating. Again, sounds very simple, but people need to be reminded of this. Even we need to remind ourselves this. Small meals can be bigger than big ones for a lot of people. Snacking helps. Just a little weight loss tips. Try and get in exercise, at least 3 times a week if you can. It's great to encourage people to keep up healthy lifestyles, healthy eating, healthy exercise, so they don't think that Plexus is just going to make them instantly lose weight while they continue to eat garbage and sit on the couch. Like, Plexus is a tool, and can be a very amazing tool. So if at any time you feel like Plexus is not working the way you think it should, please let me know. So make sure you let them know from the beginning to communicate with you what's going on, because I will have some people that won't tell me anything until long past the problem is overdue. So make sure you're in constant communication. So this, again, like I said, you can share this exact email if you want with your customers. Um, it's a great one. So here is our troubleshooting tips on our products. So these are things you're really going to want to learn so that when you do have customers come to you that may have some issues, you know how to help answer that. So again, start slow on all our products. I actually try and encourage all my customers to start with just the Slim on the first day. Then, depending on what all they ordered, maybe add the ProBio BioCleanse and or block, after a few days. And the very last thing I encourage them to add is the accelerator or boost. The reason why is the accelerator and the boost having the stimulants in it, but one of the biggest complaints I tend to hear from customers is that they feel jittery or their heart is racing. None of our other products have stimulants. It's going to come from the accelerator and the boost. However, if they started it all at once, they're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, and they're going to blame all of Plexus products. However, if they try the others first, they feel fabulous for that first week, then they start the boost. If their heart races, they know that's the boost. Maybe I need to either back it down at how many I'm taking, or maybe it's not for me. So that's something I try to really encourage my customers to do. The next thing to remember, Candida die-off is very real and can be very severe. So start everyone on only one ProBio and one BioCleanse. I do start these two products together if they're both ordered. Like, I space other things out, but these two are a package pair. So go ahead and start them together. If on one ProBio they feel bad the first day, increase the BioCleanse to 2. If they still feel bad, decrease the ProBio to a half. So anytime they're feeling bad, you increase the BioCleanse and you decrease the ProBio. The ProBio is causing the die-off. The BioCleanse is flushing it out. So the die-off, the ProBio is really what's doing the good, but that die-off, if it's too strong, is going to cause horrible symptoms, and we do not want our customers to feel bad. A lot of times the die-off symptoms that they will be feeling is basically what they already had magnified. So yeast and Candida is just, it's an evil little monster. So make sure, and read up on Candida and a lot about it. There's some great books out there about it. So remember, and the next one is remember and encourage your customers that if they do have a severe Candida overgrowth, it's typically not an easy thing to heal, and it takes time. Again, this is a huge beast that, we have, years and years of bad eating and medications has caused. It's not going to be gone in a week. So if they have fibromyalgia or an autoimmune disorder and they take these products and 2 weeks later they say, I don't feel any different, maybe remind them it didn't take 2 weeks to develop this autoimmune. I think a lot of times people needed reminded that it does take time to heal your gut. Drink lots of water. You'll hear this over and over and over, but truly it's so crucial. Take block 30 minutes before meals. Timing is very important on this product. If you're feeling signs of bloating, try moving it up to 20 minutes before. Your body may be processing it faster than others and therefore need it in your system sooner. Also, make sure if you're feeling bloating that you're not on more than 1. Don't start with 2 or 3 or 4. Just start with 1. Most are happy on the lower dose on 1 and 1. You can take up to 2 and 2 a day, like 2 before lunch, 2 before dinner. BioCleanse, make sure you drink an 8-ounce glass of water when you take your BioCleanse. It actually says this on the bottle, but I think it's a direction that people miss a lot. It really does tend to help. Ideal is between meals. If the spacing is too hard to remember with BioCleanse, block, and all the other products, because sometimes that's a lot of different things you're taking at different times, then I try to make it easier and have them take the BioCleanse with the ProBio before bed, or else take the BioCleanse in the morning before you really start eating breakfast, because empty stomach is ideal for this one. So So consistency is key. That's the main thing that you want to remember, is just stay consistent. Best time for Probio 5 is before bed on an empty stomach. The reason for this is because there's less digestive activity going on in your stomach all night long, and that gives it plenty of time to get in and do its thing. Now, if on the lowest dose your customers are still experiencing die-off symptoms very severely, you can try moving it to the morning 30 minutes before eating. It's going to make it a little bit less effective, so therefore their die-off symptoms may get better. So I have had that help with some of my customers. Some have reported taking X Factor with block and seeing better success. Also, X Factor really with anything seems to be giving people better success. And this is because of the aloe in our X Factor. It's absorbing the ingredients and other things and helping the other things do even better. So X Factor is just an amazing, amazing product. If you're not taking block, take X Factor with the Slim to increase potency. Another tip, if you have a customer on the fast relief capsules, they smell horrible and because they have New Zealand mussel in them. So it is a fish product. So it's going to smell fishy, and the longer they've been sitting on the counter, the fishier they seem to get. So it's kind of hard to swallow. However, if you refrigerate them, that's going to help really decrease that fishiness. So that's an easy tip to give your customers who might have a hard time swallowing the fast relief pills. If a customer is experiencing heartburn with the Slim, 99% of the time, if they just mix that Slim with less water, sometimes even as small as 2 or 3 ounces, and taking it real fast like a shot, it typically always does away with the heartburn. Not sure why, but it's been a trick that's always worked. And take the X Factor and BioCleanse separately. I don't have a scientific reason for this one. I know a nurse once told me that, and I've just written it down. So don't take those at the same time. So those are some troubleshooting tips that, you just keep in your back pocket. If someone comes to you and something they're doing isn't working, maybe read through these and see if there's something you can help tell them to change things up. I don't necessarily tell these all for the beginning. It's just, to remember for later on. Now, business tips and daily tasks. So these are some tips to work your business and things you should be doing every day. Be authentic and vulnerable. I know I've said this a few times, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again and again. If you come at this very salesy, it's not going to work. You're going to push people away because nobody wants to be sold to. But people do need our products. So if you're real and you're authentic and you are sharing stories and telling the good and the bad, if you've fallen off the bandwagon or something isn't working as great for you as something else, we don't have to diss our products, but we still want to be real. So make sure that you are always true to yourself and say who you are in your post. So post daily on Facebook and other social media, whatever it is that you use the most. Keep doing it. Be intentional about posting on Facebook. We talked about that in our daily checklist in my other video. Make sure you're engaging your audience. When you post on Facebook, guys, do not press the share button. I do make a lot of my Plexus posts public, so if they are shared, other people will see them, but I really, really, really want you to not press share. I know from your phone it's really hard because you can't copy the words in the top on Facebook and paste it yourself, but sit down at your computer if you can and actually do the post yourself. I'm not going to be mad or scold you if you share one of my posts because you're on your phone and you're in a hurry and that's the only way you're going to get it out there. But I'll say it's not going to get you the same results. People see a shared post and it's not your own. They're much, 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 much less likely to read it. And also, if I do not have it set to public, the only people who are going to see that post are our mutual friends, which they already saw it from me first. So now they just think you're still in everything I share. And if you share it from somebody else, you may not have a whole lot of mutual friends. You really, the only ones are probably Plexus people. So you're doing yourself a big disjustice if you're sharing everything. So make sure you are, if you're going to share one of my posts, actually save the photo, copy and paste the words, and then post it as your own. Now, anything I post on Facebook, I have no problems with you sharing, with you copying and pasting and reusing as your own. You don't have to ask my permission. You don't have to say, these are my words. You just share it yourself. I am perfectly fine with that. Don't just share the big ways Plexus has helped you. A lot of people want to wait till they have this huge weight loss results before they share. But honestly, start from the beginning and share every little thing. If your first day of taking the products, you notice a boost in energy, share that. You know, if suddenly, like, your hair is getting thicker and longer and your fingernails won't stop growing, share that. You know, and you've never slept great before, share that. Like, you don't know what else somebody else is going through. And it's the little things a lot that get other people. I have several people that are on our products that haven't seen the weight loss results, but they will never get off of it because of how they feel. So make sure you're telling people every little thing it's doing for you. So create friends list on Facebook. I also have a video on this. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see exactly how I've done this. This isn't something you need to worry about too much when you're getting started, but as you get bigger and you start to have a whole lot of Plexus friends, your feed will become just Plexus, and you're not reaching any of your non-Plexus audience, so therefore they're not seeing anything of yours either. So this is a way to reach your non-Plexus audience. So again, you don't really need to worry about that now, but later on you can go watch that video. I think it's called Engaging Your Non-Plexus Audience with Facebook. Make your list of potentials. We talked about this earlier. Set goals and reset goals. Setting goals is so important. Your first goal should be to go silver. It's an easy, achievable goal. You need 3 active ambassadors on your team who are also wanting to work this business alongside you. So one of the first things that you should do is you should think of some of your 3 closest friends who you want in on this with you, and get them all going with you, and then you'll be silver and help them do the same thing. Stay plugged in. Make sure you're listening to calls, going to events, hosting events, and making friends with other ambassadors, because the camaraderie and the family that's built in this business is what's going to keep you encouraged and keep you going when you have a slow time or whenever you're discouraged. You're going to need to build accountability partners and just really get plugged in, because it is a big family and it keeps you going. Master the skill of inviting. So this is something that you're going to want to practice and practice and practice, and can be hard at first, but it takes lots of practice. If there's an event you want someone to go to with you, don't just share that on Facebook, because that's not really inviting anybody. Actually, pick up the phone and personally invite somebody. Follow up. Follow up. I mean, fortune is in the follow up. That is a cliche phrase that you're going to hear a lot, but it is so, so, so true. People are going to message you. They're going to tell you they want to order. They're going to tell you exactly what they're going to order. They're going to say, I'm going to go order right now. And guess what? They're not going to do it, because they're going to start the order, and little Johnny's going to come pull on them and ask for a glass of milk. And if you give a kid a glass of milk, you know, it's like, I mean, most of us are moms here. We know how that works. And you go down that alley and then you forget. And they really wanted the products. They just forgot. And then a week later, they're going to see your post and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to order. And they're going to go on and they're going to order and they're going to forget again. So, follow up. If you follow up with these people, a lot of times you're going to be like, oh, yes, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. And then you'll get your customer. So, make sure, especially if it's somebody that you know is going to order, you follow up. If it's somebody that had just asked about it and then said that they weren't interested. Anytime something new comes up, it's a great chance to come and say, I know that then wasn't a good time for you, but maybe now you'd want to look at our business again, because we have XYZ that has just changed, or we have this promotion going on right now, or something like that. So follow up with your customers, follow up with your team, follow up with your prospects. So just follow up with everyone. Learn the products inside and out. You want to become an expert on them. You want to become an expert on Candida. You want to become an expert on pain management. You want to become an expert on weight loss. You want to become an expert on all of these things that our products are doing. And you want to when you talk to people, they want to think you're an expert. You want to sound like you know what you're talking about so that they trust you and they want to order your products. So really know what you're talking about. Read a testimony every single day. You need to know what these products are doing for people, and that's the best way to do it. This is going to help build belief in you that you're going to see what they're doing. It's amazing to see some of the things that it's helping. So make sure you're reading those testimonies, and then share a testimony every single day. Be brave and vulnerable and share your story. That's one of the hardest things to do sometimes, especially if your story is very personal. Excuse me. But that's the first step to getting your business to really take off. Once you have a Plexus story and once you have a huge testimony, for some people it's really, really hard to share, especially if it's maybe anxiety or depression or something personal that you haven't ever told anybody you struggle with to begin with. It's hard to share that something has healed this because you've been hiding this all this time. But you don't know who else is also hiding this and also struggling with this. So it is so, so important to share this with our Facebook audience. Not our Facebook audience, but just our audience in general, with our friends, with our family, with the world, so that you can help somebody else who's going through what you're went through. One phrase that's said a lot is it's easier to give birth than resurrect the dead. Once you get your team going, if you have people who don't really want to work the business, don't feel like you need to hound those people. Some people they don't have the vision that you have, or they may really just want the discount. So don't push those people away. Just keep finding new people who want this, people who are visionaries, like I said in my last video, people who believe they're worth more than the situation they are in. These are the ones you want. So just keep finding new people. And keep checking in with those other ones. Love them where they're at. And you never know. They may be ready a year later and just jump in and do amazing. And I've had that happen. It's pretty cool. So constantly build relationships and your network. If you meet a new person at the park and you really hit it off with them, or your kids hit it off, get her name, find her on Facebook, friend her immediately, and follow up the next day with her. Not about Plexus. Just get to know her. It was great meeting you yesterday. Maybe we could get our kids to play together next week. I really enjoyed talking with you. I had a great talk. And it really is about building relationships. And then they'll see your post on Facebook, and if it is something that meets a need that they have, they're going to trust you, and they're going to come to you. So this is very, very important. So these are some of the business tips and daily tasks. And so I'm going to stop video 2 right here.